Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, accompanied, like always, by my lovely cohort, and, everything else we share together, Zombie Huesitos. And we are here to regale you with part thus of the recent DVD haul. Yes, indeed. Budget Ballas represent. We are here to showcase some, second market DVDs that I got on the cheap. Even some Blu-rays that were gifted to me by a friend that look really cool. So let's get started. A lot of blind buys. I'm gonna mention that before. Oh, so many blind buys. I might have maybe seen one of these, but that's the fun about collecting. You come across these things that look interesting, and you pick them up because, one, they look very interesting. Those, they're pretty cheap. And, tres, it gives you something to talk about and share with everyone else. Like, hey, you ever seen this movie? And they're like, no, what the hell that one is about? And then you describe the movie, and they're like, well, that sounds interesting. I'm going to check it out for myself. Unfortunately, some of these you can't find streaming. Some of them you do, some of them you don't. But if you know where to look online, you can probably find them. So, let's get started. First off, I picked up the 4-film sci-fi collector set. Yes, indeed. I have one previous release. This is released by Echo Cha, baby. No, this is Echo Bridge. Yes, indeed. A company that is well known for releasing multi-movie packs where they compress the shit out of the movies to give you more bang for your buck. I actually really enjoy the Echo Bridge releases. I'm not big into high image, density, quality, what have you. I grew up watching shit on TV and VHS, so seeing something in low resolution brings me back, gives me a wave of nostalgia to when I would watch stuff on those two formats. So, yeah, well, I do appreciate something looking, very bright and very color. A lot of those things are color corrected to hell and back and take me out of the movie. And also when it comes to old movies, seeing everything in high def, showcases the little flaws that were hidden in a lower image quality. But that's just my my personal preference. So yes, what do we have here? It says we have T-Force with something that looks like the Terminator, Life Pod, Star Knight, and Hidden Agenda. Yes, indeed. These might be garbage, but I will still watch them and enjoy them probably. Next we have Taking Earth. What is this about? No idea. But it's still sealed, so heck yeah. Picked up Code 8. Yes, a fresh take on superpowers, says the back. So Robbie Amell, Stephen Amell, and Sung Kang. So the cover looks very badass. Hoping the movie is. Picked up this one because I thought it's the one I needed, but it's not. The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. This is, of course, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy adaptation. I have the titular Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and the American remake. And I thought I needed this one, The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. But it turns out this is the one that I already had. I need the second part. The Girl That Played with Fire, I think it's called. Because this is the third one, I believe. But yes, double bought this one because I forgot which one I was missing. Picked up Drone Wars with a nice little slipcover there. Yes, indeed, released by Anchor Bay. And it looks to be like, in the future, drones become self-aware and fuck people up. So I'm a big fan of that, let me tell you. Here's the Blu-rays I got as a gift. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Showdown at the Grand. I don't know anything about this movie. Stars Terrence Howard, John Savage, Amanda Wrighty, and Dolph Lundgren. Fuck yeah! Indeed, this might be good. And it's a still sealed brand new DVD combo pack with the slipcover. Good stuff. Have Plane. What an interesting title for a movie. Just call it Plane. But this one was pretty good. This is the only one that I've seen that has Gerard Butler driving. It's kind of like Pitch Black. Gerard Butler's driving this plane, but they have issues, so they crash land in somewhere in the Middle East. And then the hostages, the plane people get taken as hostages, and Gerard Butler has to release Mike Coulter, who's like the Riddick character, and together they have to survive this shit. This was actually pretty good. Very enjoyable. The only one of these that I've actually seen. Another one that I've never seen. The Kill Room. I could swear that I already have a movie called Kill Room, where it's just this government experiment where they put people together and they're like, okay, kill yourselves, and they will save the last guy. But it has Uma Thurman, Joe Manganiello, and Samuel L. Jackson. And yes, don't know anything about this one, but it's still sealed. Oh no, wait, this one's open. Looks like it's open. But yes, Ultra 4K, Ultra HD, and Blu-ray combo. I don't have a 4K, but thankfully it has the Blu-ray, so awesome. Found this one. I was missing 2 of the movies here to complete my Schwarzenegger collection, and I was like, well, I'm gonna pick this one up. And it's the Arnold Schwarzenegger 6-film collection, still sealed. Has The Last Stand, which I own, very good movie. Has Total Recall, freaking classic. Terminator 2, one of the best movies of all time. Maggie, surprisingly good movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger is really giving free rein to show his acting chops, and it's a very low-budget zombie movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughters get infected, but he takes her away to his cabin because he doesn't want her to be put down during this zombie apocalypse. And it basically is just Schwarzenegger and his daughter in a single house. They encounter neighbors where the neighbors kind of dodgy. And really, really good movie. If you haven't seen Maggie, I highly recommend it. But the 2 movies that, piqued the purchase is Red Heat, which I didn't own, and Hercules in New York. Yes, indeed. I didn't have those 2 movies. I haven't been able to come across a copy in the wild of them. But now they're part of the collection. And now my Schwarzenegger collection is almost near complete. Indeed. Red Heat was pretty good. It's a buddy movie with John Belushi. And I'm curious to see if this Hercules in New York is the dubbed version, or the one that is uncut and has Schwarzenegger doing his Austrian dialogue. Curious to see which one it is, because I would like to own both, you see. I didn't know this thing had a sequel. I know it had a remake, but this is D13U, District 13 Ultimatum. I have the first District 13, which is called D13, and I have the remake with Paul Walker. But didn't know this thing had a sequel, and there we go. It's a parkour. It was a big craze, and I still think it kind of is, where people would jump around like Spider-Man doing all these crazy flips. It's very impressive, but I personally enjoy the parkour fails, where people are like, look at me, I'm parkour, woo, and bonk their balls out. You do enjoy those the most. But this is the first D13 was balls to the wall action, really, really good movie. I think it was written or directed, or maybe both. I don't know. I'll have to recheck that. By Luc Besson, who did The Fifth Element. But yes, I didn't know this thing had a sequel. The remake's it's basically the same thing, but just with Paul Walker in it. But that one wasn't so good. The original D13 is pretty good, so I'm looking forward to seeing this sequel and seeing if it's as good as the original. Picked up Doomsday Device. Yes, indeed. The back says that these 2 FBI agents encounter a Chinese box that people are after because it's a Doomsday Device. So, yes, cover looks really cool. Like everything went to shit because of this box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Well, it's a Doomsday Device, apparently. And picked up, lastly, The Insomniac, with Danny Trejo in the cover. Which leads me to believe that Danny Trejo will not be very prominently featured on this movie. Because there's another guy on the back. This seems to be like a psychological thriller, because it says that this fool has his house stolen and all of his possessions are gone. And I guess that's a link to his memory, because now he's starting to forget people and people are disappearing. It looks to be either a trippy thing, but for shame, selling Danny Trejo on the cover when he's not the main star. You bastards. But looks interesting. So that was part thus of the movie haul. Indeed. Found some really random stuff. Got some very cool presents. And in this one, I can recommend the standout of this haul video. Plane. Surprisingly good. I must say. Very, very good action movie. Very surprising with a title just called Plane. So give that one a watch. And anything with the great Arnold Schwarzenegger. I really gotta practice my Arnold impression. I used to do a really good Arnold and Stallone, but I didn't practice it, so I never followed up on it. But yes, any one of these movies, top notch, especially, well, all of them. Terminator's an all-time classic. But if you haven't seen Maggie, give it a watch. That one's surprisingly very, very good for a low-budget movie. Technically low-budget because it doesn't have any special effects. There's not really even that many zombies. There's like the one zombie that infects Schwarzenegger's daughter, and then she turns into a zombie. It's very, very heart-crushing if you're a parent, or even if you're not a parent, to see Schwarzenegger do everything that he can to save his daughter as she's slowly turning into the walking undead. Such a good movie. So those are my recommendations for this video. Let me know if you've seen any of the blind buys, and what did you think of it? Are they good, are they bad, or did I just waste what little money I have on them? Let us know in the comments down below. But until we see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro. That is the ever lovely and beautiful and sexy and all mine Zombie Huesitos, and we both thank you for supporting the channel and watching our videos and commenting. Thank you so much for that. But until we see you all again next time, well, again, I already said this is Macabro and Zombie Huesitos. We both wish you all, like always, a good evening.